NaniwaPJ here. This is a video response to phampants' recent video about reading and books and stuff like that. Oh, by the way, thanks to Busan Kev and Jaylan Kev, because I found phampants through Kim. And I've been enjoying phampants' videos for the last day or two, and I saw this one, so I had to do a video response. Okay, my favorite five favorite books. Okay, there you go. You can't do a book review without some wine. Favorite books. First, it's actually a trilogy. Paul Auster, one of my favorite authors of all time, the New York trilogy. If you've never read Paul Auster, do. It's trippy, it's weird, it's well written, and it's exciting. So that you can put all of those things in one, it's always a good choice. I am a big fan of science fiction, but I prefer literary science fiction, if that makes any sense. And one of the best examples of that ever, I think, is The Sparrow by Mary Doria Russell. A haunting, haunting, haunting book. Check it out. A book that brought tears to my eyes. The History of Love. I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend it. Nicholas Krauss, The History of Love. I've read it 3 or 4 times, and you just can't stop. Next, Andrew Vox, Everybody Pays. If you have a cynical mind, if you know humans are nasty, ugly creatures, but you like us anyway, this is the book for you. Everybody Pays. I like him, Andrew Vox. And I believe that is a picture of the author. And you gotta like an author who looks scary. Ugh. That's what I want to look like, but never quite achieved. And the last book, I'm gonna pick 3, but it's one author, so it counts as 1. Somerset Maugham was one of my first classical author, not classical in the classical, old ancient sense, but one of the classics, if you will. I had to read Somerset Maugham in university, and I swear, I don't go a year by rereading one of his works, short stories or novels. And my 3 favorite are right here. This is Of Human Bondage, and no S&M fans, it's not what you think it's about. But it's a great book, and I've lived this. If you substitute a crazy Japanese guy for the girl in this story, I've lived this. The Razor's Edge, which has been made into 2 movies, I believe, a 1940s version and a 1980s version. It's a great, great movie, and it's an even better book. Razor's Edge. In the book, it's more about a Westerner discovering Vedanta, or Vedic beliefs, if you will. But in the movies, they change that to be discovering Tibetan Buddhism. But it's they come from the same origin, so it's not too far apart. So check out the movies, and if you like the movies, check out the book, Razor's Edge. And then lastly, in the 1 book, 3 books for 1 book of the 5, if that makes any sense, Somerset Maugham's The Moon and Sixpence, which is about a guy who gives it all up for following his passion. It's really a veiled version of what's his name, Paul. How do you say that? Gauguin. I don't speak French. You know, the artist guy who just went to Tahiti. You know. Anyway, I left everything behind. Not just. I mean, just. Changing your entire life is not a just situation. It's a huge change. Anyway, Paul Gauguin. Is it Gauguin? Anyway, it's a fictionalized version of that story, and I really like it. So these 3 count as my 5th choice, Somerset Maugham. Again, to review, Andrew Vox, Everybody Pays. Krauss's History of Love. Russell's Sparrow. And probably my #1 choice, Paul Auster, who's a great author, short story and novelist. The New York trilogy would be my favorite. Check it out! Phampants, thank you for making this video, and I hope this has been somewhat entertaining. NaniwaPJ, Kansai PJ, signing out.